All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another episode of the Hard Camera Podcast. And as always, let me get this out of the way. I am joined by a great group of guys, my co hosts, my brothers, Dominic, Adrian, and the patriarch of the family, Mr. Jimmy Rhodes. And
Hello.
tonight, we are talking about everything that has happened since Night of Champions. And boy, is there a lot to discuss. So strap in, grab a drink, leave us a comment, do all the fun stuff. Share this with your friends as we begin the next episode right now. Fellas, as always, how are we doing this evening in regards to
Oh,
WWE?
My in regards to WWE, I'm all right.
All right. Dominic says he's all right.
Astonishingly angry. I hate the freaking brand, and it sucks.
All right. He hates the brand and it sucks. God. Strong words. Jimmy? Jimmy?
um, mixed bag for me. There's enough good to keep me interested, but well, you know what we're going to talk about the most, and we'll get into that. So
Well, listen, a couple weeks
I
ago,
don't
we did
think any
something
of us
on
are
this.
happy about that.
Oh,
Adrian
well,
more so than everybody else.
we're going to find out
Adrian's
how you
definitely
guys
more
feel.
pissed off than everybody.
We are going to find out how you guys feel. Let me tell you what we're going to do. A couple weeks ago, we played a really fun game on this podcast. And what we did is we ranked the best King of the Rings of all time. And that was really fun. I think we did pretty well. I'm going to start the podcast out this week with a game. And it'll kind of set the theme of the episode for us tonight. Tonight, we are going to play the game ranking the worst WWE champions of all time. So not the best King of the Ring, the worst WWE champions of all time. So here's the deal. I know this gets a little iffy on the stream, but we're going to share this. I'm going to share my screen in this panel here and see if we can view this live. Let me see if I can find the actual screen here. I want to see if I can find it. Let me see. Window. All right, I got to hit the play. Oh boy, our very first one. So let's see if this pops up for y'all.
Oh, yep, got it.
Can y'all see this?
Yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
see it.
All right.
Delete it. Get off my.
I need to figure out how to show this on Twitch. Can Twitch see this now? Let's find out. Hello, Twitch. Huh. See, I need to figure out how when I show this, Twitch sees it as well. Let me see if I can change the window capture a little bit to show. See if this works. It does. Okay. Now, we're going to rank right here the worst champions of all time. And we're starting out with Sami Zayn. So, fellas, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, where are we ranking Sami Zayn?
What about 5?
I got a 5.
Yeah, I'm putting him at like 4 or 5.
5 and 8. Now, I would go
8
with
is
1.
high.
So I think if we have 2 5s and 8, which would be about 7, and then a 1, that'd put him at 4. So we're going with 4. Is that good with y'all?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 4.
You
All
said
right,
1
next
means-
on list of worst WWE champions of all time, we have Sami Zayn.
I see where this is going.
I wish I could see y'all's reaction.
I see exactly where this is going.
So, fellas, if we if we had to rank Sami Zayn,
8.
I'm still
If we
giving
had
him
to rank
5.
Sami Zayn, y'all said an 8. We're gonna see an 8 here.
5. 5.
Hey,
Say 5.
No, another 5. Another 5. Okay, so we're gonna rank Sami Zayn at a 5. Okay, here we go. 5. Next on the list we
This
have
is crazy.
Sami Zayn.
I hate you. I knew this was. I knew this was.
Did Adrian leave?
Jordan's going to force us to put him at number 1. That's what he's doing.
Adrian left. Adrian
I don't
left.
understand.
All right. So
I
next
don't-
on the list we have Sami Zayn again. Where would you guys rank him on the list of 1 to 10?
6.
6.
Eight.
Okay, we're going with 6. Next on the list we have
Maybe. Oh, that's Sammy.
it's Sammy. It's Sammy. So right now
It's not
on our
Sammy
ranking, we've got
Hagar.
number 4 worst champion Sami Zayn, number 5 worst champion Sami Zayn, number 6 worst champion Sami Zayn. Next up we have Sami Zayn. Where are we ranking Sami Zayn with what we have left?
All of them.
All right. Jordan, I don't.
I'll
don't
be
like
I'll
that.
be nice. Let's go 7. We'll go 7.
Okay.
Let me
Seven.
guess. Let me guess.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn.
Next up on the list we have Sami Zayn.
It's not.
score right now so you get banned.
This is not
all right,
okay.
we'll speed this up.
I don't
Actually,
agree
this
with
was
this
his
logic.
little Uzi dance off that was actually really funny. We gave him some props for that. So I'm going to give him 10 as like the least worst Sami Zayn. How about that? That's pretty good. Okay.
I don't condone in this conversation.
Oh, and then next, of course, look, we're ranking the worst Sami Zayn again. All right, we'll give him 9.
You know,
Oh, man,
Okay,
look at that. Would you believe it? Another one. Sami Zayn. Look.
Sammy
All right,
Hagar.
all right, let's get serious. We'll give him 8. Young Sami Zayn.
I'm not doing this. I'm no longer partaking in this. Me and Adrian do not agree with y'all.
Just come on, you got to see it through. We only got 3 spaces left. Right now, we're pretty
Oh my God,
accurate.
fine,
Sami
3.
Zayn is the
3.
top 7 of 10 worst champions of all time. We'll give him-
He's better actually without
Yeah,
that
we'll give-
bad beard.
I'm
He's a little
crying.
Better.
I'm
Give him
crying.
one.
It's so great.
Give him
For
one.
those of
for
you
the
that can't
beard-
see
the
what we're
beard-
doing.
Beard's better.
Oh yeah, we are ranking the worst champions of all time, and right now Sami Zayn has 7 of the 10 places here. I'll give him number 3. Oh my God, Sami Zayn.
I hate you, Jordan.
Oh man. All right, no, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna on the hard cam we do nothing but facts, right? So we'll give this Sammy number 2, and now with the final spot, we're really going to rank the worst WWE champion of all time. So Sami Zayn is about to take up 9 of 10 places. Now we're going to go ahead and lock this in, but then I want to see what you guys think and if we did a good job ranking here. We're going to give him number 2, and the final spot in our ranker.
CM Punk.
Oh gosh, look at that. 10 of 10, the absolute worst possible option there in the world for WWE champion is without a doubt Sami Zayn.
Not Dave.
Now, what's funny is when I was building that, I actually had David Arquette as a potential choice, and I took him out. Even David
He was a
Arquette isn't as bad.
WCW champion.
I know, but still.
Santino Morales.
Oh my gosh. Well, that opens up the show. That was a fun little game we played, and obviously I got a lot of troll in on my
Danhausen
brothers.
will win it.
This is gonna be a really fun. This is gonna be a really fun podcast.
Here's where we're gonna start. We did not have an episode last week. Dominic Dominic actually left the group chat for like 8 days because of the results of Night of Champions. He left. We didn't hear from Dominic in our group chat, which we talk in every day. And he left after the very first match on Night of Champions card. Jey Uso competed for King of the Ring. And if y'all remember last episode, y'all go back and listen to it. I may even post some highlights. Dominic was all in on Jey Uso being the next big thing. I mean, he went all in on Jey. Jey was winning King of the Ring, had this great. And listen, from a booking couch point of view, Dominic had great plans for Jey Uso. I mean, he would have made Jey Uso an even bigger star than what he was. And I was like, okay, that's good, Dominic. That's actually a pretty good option for Jey. But then, of course, we had the very first episode of the night, and Jey Uso lost to King Oba. So let's get your frustrations out of the way, Dominic. Let's give you a whole feature segment here. Night of Champions, Night of Champions, Match 1. You're done. Tell me why.
Because I don't care if the entire world's against me, and actually they shouldn't be, because you're literally watching right now on why Jey Uso was the 10,000 time better option. Oba Femi won it for no reason. No reason whatsoever. None. He's not getting a title. He's not going after a title. He won it just to win it, just to have it, just to make people happy. Just to do this, just whatever. That's all it is. There's no storyline, there's no purpose. He might as well have just won Money in the Bank, because he said it clear as day on Raw. I'll get my title shot later. The titles will never leave. Brock Lesnar has to be dealt with. Blah blah blah. Complete trash. Complete bogus. Complete trash. Absolutely trash. It's not good. It's what doesn't make him a good option. It actually makes him bottom 5 King of the Ring of all time.
Strong words.
Complete garbage. You were talking about Jey. You're talking about Jey Uso plot armor. Oba Femi's complete plot armor.
Well, maybe, but Oba Femi is super good right now. Now I'm not saying that's better than Jey. Now let's take this a step further. Let's put salt in the wound. Then Jey Uso gets a second opportunity to become #1 contender.
Yeah, I know.
To fight Cody Rhodes on SmackDown, and who won that match?
Yeah, I know. Just for Cody Rhodes to get his ass whooped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fair for another time where Jey loses when he could have been a very valuable option, just for someone to get their ass whooped and not even be involved in the title picture.
Yeah. So Jey Uso's got twice buried in 2 weeks, and I know that's your boy, so you're really hurting. So then we go over here, and we've got Monday Night Raw, which we're going to catch up to. Night of Champions pissed me off because Sami Zayn would walk out of Night of Champions as a champion. I mean, that's why we played the whole game. I was really mad. I told y'all one of two things. If two things happened, I'd be done with WWE. One of them, I was just going to be really mad. Two, I would walk away. So the not so bad thing happened. Sami Zayn would become, for the first time ever, the champion. Not only the champion, but the WWE champion. And then he comes out for 2 straight weeks. He gives promos that are, oh man, they were just long promos. And so we have to look at, and we have to give championship points on the Hardcam website to Sami Zayn. But we'll get into the bigger picture behind that a little bit later. We're still talking King of the Ring. Dominic, another thing happened that we did not vote for on the Hardcam, and that was Liv Morgan lost.
I voted for that.
To Iyo Sky.
I voted Liv Morgan to lose.
No, I went back and watched it, and we all said we wanted Iyo to win, but we thought Liv was going to win to become a double champ.
Say that.
Pretty sure we did, but at least 3 of us did. I know. But
no, I do not believe in Liv at all. I think she's the worst champion on the entire roster.
Now here we go. We've got Iyo as the new Queen of the Ring, which much deserved. Most people online, you just ask blank statement. You say, who's the best female wrestler? Most people say Iyo. But then she turns right back around and says she's going to rematch Liv for the championship.
Now
and we all know. we all know. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you said that she would go on to face Rhea.
Yeah.
That's what you predicted. The rest of us predicted Liv to win. So we were all wrong. She goes on. She's like, I'm gonna see you Liv at SummerSlam. And we all know that the WWE Championship, when they do rematches like that, they're not winning. And we also have pretty much locked in the idea that they're just waiting for Stephanie Vaquer to return. So does anybody on this podcast think that Iyo is going to win the championship from Liv?
Yes.
No.
Y'all do?
No. I think
Actually, no. Me and Adrian think something different. No.
I think she's going to win from Stephanie Vaquer. Because I think Stephanie Vaquer is going to... Okay, no. This is what I think is going to happen. I think Stephanie Vaquer is going to return before SummerSlam and win the title off of Liv. And then Naomi is going to return and make it a triple threat because she had to vacate the title and never technically lost it.
Okay.
That's
so are we going to get Stephanie Vaquer versus Iyo? Because if we get that, I'm all in. I think that'd be cool. But that means Iyo has to beat Liv.
That's exactly what I think is going to happen. I don't think. No, what Adrian's saying is, you know how Liv has been cursed. And Raquel just lost her Intercontinental title match because Liv got in the way. I truly do believe that between now and SummerSlam, something is going to happen to Liv where she is going to lose her title. I can't really put my finger on exactly how, but my guess is that that we'll get our first ever title change at Saturday Night's Main Event, and she'll lose it to Vaquer then, and it'll be because of Raquel. And we'll have a Raquel versus Liv one-on-one, no title, just beef and hatred, and a Stephanie Vaquer and Iyo Sky World Championship match.
Okay. I like that idea. And that's right. We I know we're kind of all over the place, but let's rein it in. We're talking Night of Champions. We've talked about Sami Zayn winning. We've talked about Oba beating Jey at Night of Champions. We've now talked about Liv losing to Iyo. And that brings up our very first Danhausen curse radar. We have a new one, and her name is Trouble, Liv Morgan.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about Danhausen more because Danhausen's getting really interesting.
Yes.
I like Danhausen.
But I promise you, Jordan, you're going to be very disappointed at Saturday Night's Main Event.
Why?
Because when he was on the phone with whoever it was to come help him deal with the Judgment Day at Saturday Night's Main Event, help him deal with the numbers game, it's not the person in the lab. They're going to save that for SummerSlam. You're Danhausen and Judgment Day is your TKO SummerSlam match. That person helping him is none other than New York Knicks starting point guard himself, Jalen Brunson.
Well, yeah, I don't care about that, honestly. I'm whatever. Saturday Night's Main Event, I have no high hopes for Saturday Night's Main Event.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Jalen Brunson's going to tag team with Danhausen at SummerSlam. That's going to be your celebrity SummerSlam match.
Well, I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, I would actually be okay with that. I like when celebrities are involved and when they're not involved. So Danhausen is a gimmick, right? So you put a celebrity with Danhausen, and it makes more sense than them walking out there and, fighting with Hulk Hogan. I mean, so that's okay. Danhausen's a ruse. He's a funny thing.
Well, the thing that flies under the radar is Danhausen is not a bad wrestler at all. He's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he's done some cool stuff. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed this while we're talking about Danhausen. The last time that something happened with Kit Wilson and The Miz, they switched. Did you hear Kit Wilson yell awesome and The Miz yell toxic?
I don't know if I did see that, but that's awesome.
So on Raw, the one that's playing behind me, when the Judgment Day go in there and mess with stuff, they mess with Danhausen's stuff. And it electrocutes Kit and The Miz again. And then while they're being electrocuted, Kit starts yelling, awesome! And The Miz starts going, toxic! So we're about to get a character swap between Kit and The Miz. It's going to be freaking awesome. And then what's funny about Danhausen is the last match he fought in, he had The Miz and Kit walking around the ring like zombies the whole time. And they stayed in character for the whole match. Yeah, that's freaking funny, dude. I don't care who you are.
It's peak at its finest. It's very it's probably one of the most interesting things happening in wrestling.
It's funny. So okay, we're gonna move on from that. We've got a couple things talked about. Night of Champions, Liv, Judgment Day, of course, and then, let's get into our first real discussion.
I'm actually ready.
Monday Night Raw takes place. Monday Night Raw was actually a decent Monday Night Raw. The promos were super long, but it wasn't a bad episode. Sami Zayn is called over to Monday Night Raw in Chicago, Illinois to defend his championship. He's not even going to get to go to SummerSlam before he has to defend his championship. He's supposed to defend it against Cody Rhodes, who beat Jey Uso, but Gunther shows up, beats the heck out of Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes can't compete. The crowd gave this one away all night long, chanting for CM Punk. Needless to say, at the end of the night, CM Punk returns, fights Sami Zayn in the main event, beats Sami Zayn, and that makes Sami Zayn a 9-day only champion. CM Punk is now your undisputed WWE champion. Tell me how we feel about this. Dad, wait. Dad, you need to go first because I know how you feel about CM Punk. So let's get yours out of the way.
Dude, all the Hulk Hogan references are totally hitting the mark. I wish Sami Zayn would have went out there and just laid down in the middle of the ring and took it that way and walked out of there. He would have been my performer of the week. But Gunther's the one that got screwed. He didn't get pinned, but he didn't get a title shot. So he's going to the Nick Aldis card and the mid card, and my favorite wrestler is about to be relegated. It's probably soon to join Sheamus in about a year, and yeah, it's all a mess. Sucks. I actually felt sorry for Sami Zayn. I even thought about giving my performance of the week to Sami Zayn because he probably recovered from this. It's a load, but you know, some people think that Cody versus CM Punk's what everybody wants to see, so maybe it is, but I sure don't want to see it. I'll suffer through it for the podcast, but
okay. So here's my thoughts, and I'm only going to say this, and then I want to come back to it. I don't think we're headed towards Cody and CM Punk right away. I don't think that's the case at all. I think Friday Night SmackDown is going to throw another wrench in the cog. But what I want from you before I move on to Dominic and Adrian, honestly, at this point, because we give Sami Zayn so much hell all the time, do you right now wish that the champion was Sami over CM Punk?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Dominic, tell me your thoughts on CM Punk winning the championship.
See, you actually got the wrong segment at the very beginning. You thought I was going to be more mad about Jey Uso losing. I was mad about that, but I'm justified in that one because it's obvious that Jey Uso was better. This is the segment I am absolutely 100% pissed off. This is the most bullshit thing I have ever seen WWE do, like ever. This is crap. Absolute crap. CM Punk is probably the most hypocritical Hogan corporate blood money piece of crap I've ever seen in my life, dude. Absolute garbage. John Cena was right. Triple H was right. Pat McAfee was right. All these people that have talked trash about him and called him out on his stuff for so long and said this about him dating all the way back to 2011 were all right. CM Punk is complete garbage. The most hypocritical person ever.
Okay, but let's be honest.
Person ever.
To that point, do you really think CM Punk had a choice, or did the people who write the show choose this for Punk?
No. Punk had a choice because Punk's pipe bomb when he left the company, the most authentic, real pipe bomb in wrestling history that happened because he never showed up again after he did it. And then while he was gone for 10 years, spent time after time after time on podcasts, trashing WWE, trying to destroy the company from the outside, doing all this stuff. He talked about how part-timers leave and they come back and they get their nostalgia and they take titles off of full-timers who fought their way up to the top after being there for 10 years. It happened to me 2 times in my career. So for him to come back after doing all that and talking all that trash and saying all that stuff about WWE and come back and do the exact same thing, even if the writing room said it was okay, no. Trash.
Okay,
Garbage.
but see, now you brought up something that I vehemently disagree with on the IWC. CM Punk isn't a part-timer. He was on every single show from the moment he returned at whatever pay-per-view that was. What was it, Royal Rumble that he showed up at 2 years ago? He's been on weekly programming every week. He lost the championship. He took 70 days off, and he comes back and he wins. So why are we calling him a part-timer when he was really just taking some time off? And he came back buff. He looks good. So my question isn't that, you're necessarily wrong on everything you're saying, but do we agree that he's really a part-timer? I don't know that you can call CM Punk a part-timer just because he's been on vacation.
He's a part-timer, but to come back after a loss at WrestleMania, losing a world title shot, your world title in general, and then being gone for 3 months to say nothing and have anything, just go out there and automatically get a title shot when there's people that were in line that deserve it way more than him, like Gunther. It's just.
Yeah, and I get that Gunther. I mean, it's crazy that Adrian's saying Gunther deserved it because Adrian's not a Gunther fan like me and Jimmy are. At least he hasn't been in the past. So that's insightful coming from Adrian. But anyway, what do you got, Jimmy?
LA would have been a lot better choice.
Who would have been? You kind of skipped there.
I'm sorry. LA Knight would have been a lot better choice, in my opinion.
We got a whole segment reserved for LA Knight. But yes, I do agree with you. LA Knight would have been a good choice, but he's chasing a different title. He's up on Raw, up in the Usos' face and all kinds of stuff. And I hope this is where they propel him. But okay, so to bring this conversation to a full circle moment, CM Punk shows up, he wins. I agree with y'all. I think it kind of goes against CM Punk's character and a lot of things that he said over the years. I agree with all of it, except I don't necessarily know that we can call him a part-timer because he is a workhorse of a superstar when he's on the show. He's there every week. And he's given us some decent, for his age, he's given us some great matches, Drew McIntyre, all that stuff. But now I'm hoping Dominic returns from whatever's holding him up right now pretty soon, because the next part of the segment is booking couch, and I really, really like to hear what y'all have to say about stuff.
Real quick, I know that we were the hard cam and talk about everything we see, but there was things talking about behind the scenes and stuff like that CM Punk's return took so long because he was denying the storyline that they were giving him.
Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
That has been proven several times. They wanted him on SmackDown. They wanted him to go to SmackDown because SmackDown needed more megastars and Raw was full of them, and SmackDown was getting lower on the viewership. And he was not happy with what was being presented to him, and that's what caused the delays in his return. Because he wasn't injured. He was never injured. He showed up on that Monday Night Raw after Mania and said, I lost fair and square because I couldn't hold the company anymore and I couldn't do it anymore because I was too damn sorry piece of shit. He didn't say all that, but that's what he is to me now. No, dude, I'm sorry, man. You're never gonna. You're not gonna. I don't care. I don't care if he wasn't a part timer. He's a part time piece of shit, hypocritical. Hate them. Hate him. Hate him. Hate him.
Okay. Now, if what you're saying is true about him pulling a, who else did that in their time together? Somebody didn't want to feud with Eddie Guerrero. Was it Steve Austin? Steve Austin. There was a time when Steve Austin went home because he didn't feel like Eddie Guerrero was worth feuding with, and he went home for a while and then came back.
Steve Austin also did that to Brock Lesnar because when Brock Lesnar showed up in 2002, one of the big feuds they wanted Lesnar to do was with Steve Austin. Steve Austin said, "I'm not getting in the ring with somebody like that. No, y'all crazy." And that's why that's still a dream feud for people that we'll never see in our lifetime.
Okay, that makes sense. You know, and Shawn Michaels and The Rock. Shawn Michaels and The Rock never had a single match together. Not one time. So that exists. So now, if what you're saying is true and verified that CM Punk was exercising creative control that he really didn't have, okay, then that adds weight to what you're saying, and it is more justified. Okay, so now though we're going into a booking couch segment because we said something about CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. I think Cody Rhodes is going to be injured a little bit longer. They're going to find out that he has to rest a few weeks at least from what happened. I don't think CM Punk is going up against Cody Rhodes right away. Here's what I think. I think CM Punk is going to come out tomorrow night and he's going to address the SmackDown crowd, and we're going to get a superstar return. I think there's going to be a buffer feud between here and Cody Rhodes, and it's going to be one of two people. That's what I think. I'd love to hear what y'all think. It's either going to be Randy Orton or it's going to be Kevin Owens.
It better not be Kevin Owens. Oh my! If Kevin Owens returns on a random SmackDown and then becomes a little feud for CM Punk, I'm actually gonna quit.
Yeah, but see, that sets up this. That sets up a lot of story actually because Kevin Owens has beef with Randy. He has beef with Drew, and he has beef with Cody. Drew and Randy have been gone. So we could get a really fun SmackDown double return where Kevin Owens shows up to challenge CM, but then obviously there's something like it could just open up a branch. That's what I'm saying. I'm ready for Kevin to come back. I don't care if it's a random SmackDown. I'm ready for Kevin to come back.
I don't care if it's a random SmackDown either, and that's not what Adrian's saying. Adrian's about to say the same thing I was saying. Why, in God's green earth, you want to talk about money making? You want to talk about feuds? You want to talk about entertainment? Would you take the title off of Sami Zayn and to put it on Punk so that he can feud with Kevin Owens? Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens dates all the way back 30 years. That's as personal of a feud as it gets.
That can play into it. You don't think Sami gets a rematch because he was champion? What if Kevin Owens comes out and ruins Sami's rematch? Hey-oh.
I feel like I'm sorry, but I think the direction they're going to go in. For me, what I think is going to happen is I think that he's going to go out there to address the SmackDown card, and before he can even start barely talking, before he can even say his first 5 words, I think Sami Zayn's going to march down there. He's not going to do his whole let's go. He's not going to celebrate with anyone. He's going to go out there and just immediately start ripping him into shreds. I'm talking about raw, authentic, emotional, rip him into shreds. I'm talking. He might even call him CM Hogan a couple times on the mic. Go break the fourth wall with him. All kinds. I'm talking about probably the most deepest microphone thing you've ever heard. He's gonna lose it because WWE is showing us that's something that they're gonna do, that they're willing to do. Because when he lost on Raw, they're going out of their way to get videos of him off camera after the show of him cussing CM Punk out, and then posting it on their official pages. So I believe Sami Zayn's going to interrupt it before it even gets ready to start. And then I think Gunther's going to walk out there. And then I think Cody Rhodes is going to end it all by going out there and trying to beat the crap out of Gunther. Because I'm sorry, I hear what you're saying about Cody Rhodes' time off and stuff. I think his time off will come after SummerSlam because there's no way they'll keep him off the card of SummerSlam. There's no way they'll keep him off the card. I'm sorry, but I believe that it's going to turn into a big fatal 4-way between all 4 of those guys.
That'd be fine too. All right, Adrian, what you think's going to happen with CM Punk? He going to feud with Sami or somebody else?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I hope. I hope he dies in a car crash tomorrow and he has to vacate the title. But what I think.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, the hard cam's getting CM Punk's gonna get hard. So
basically, CM Punk's gonna have a feud with his seatbelt. All right, locked in.
Belt to ass.
Realistically, I think that they're just gonna give us the boring dream match that is Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk.
Unfortunately, you're probably not wrong.
Okay, Jimmy, what do you see happening? You think CM Punk's gonna go 1-on-2 with the War Raiders?
No, but I wish he would. After putting him in a squash match with Oba Femi, they ought to let him have a squash match against CM Punk. But I know what I would like to see. I'd love to see Chad Gable jump in there.
He's going to be in a gauntlet match,
or Bronson Reed come back and squash CM Punk. I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff we could do.
Well, here's what I think. I think that now that the Vision and Seth Rollins is kind of I don't know if we're ready to go there or not. But I guess we can. I think now that the Vision and Seth Rollins thing is behind us, the Vision is actually going to get a real ground up start, and they decided to do that by adding who they added next week, and they've got an injured person coming. I think Vision's going to actually get a real storyline now where they work their way up, because they're not doing away with the Vision, obviously. I remember when they first came out, we predicted that they wouldn't be the Vision in 6 months. Well, they're still the Vision despite injuries. They're sticking to this storyline, so something's happening.
Right.
But anyways, let's close that one out. We have CM Punk, new champion, stuff like that. I think we've talked about all the important things from Night of Champions. So let's move on now and let's talk about this week in wrestling since Night of Champions. One of the things we've already kind of alluded to. We're going to do this and then we're going to move to an official podcast segment. But we had some plot. And I want to know what's going to happen. We had the Street Profits, who we gave accolades to last episode for winning the championship. The Street Profits fought the Vision in a tag team rematch, and this time the Vision won. And they won with help from our darling, our beloved, one of the hottest things in wrestling right now, probably ever, Maxine Dupree. Oh my, super gorgeous Maxine. One of my favorites. She gave old Montez, or was it Angelo? She gave Angelo the low blow. I'm going to start calling him low blow Angelo. Got him wrapped up for the pinfall. The belts were won, and then in the most staged and awkward acting I've ever seen, even though it's Maxine, she jumped on Austin Theory's nuts and gave him a big old kiss right in front of everybody. And it's true what they say, WWE breaking up marriages since 1993. And she's all over him. It's Maxine and Austin. That kind of makes me mad because it's like, why would Maxine be with Austin Theory when you've got Braun Breaker? Why would you choose Austin over Braun? It makes no sense to me. But anyways, that happened. Maxine Dupree basically intervened, made the Street Profits lose the championships, which they actually deserve this time around. And now we've got Maxine Dupree as a member of the Vision. Now, the question is, what do we think about that? 1, 2, I got really sad when I saw Otis and Tozawa watch her drive away in the Vision vehicle. My heart broke. I was like, oh, and the Chicago crowd, who are the most cutthroat crowd, you even heard them go, oh. So here we go, fellas. What do we feel about this, and what's gonna happen to the Babes?
I think the Babes are gonna like in a weird way. I feel like what Maxine did, the Babes are gonna be all sad and like depressed. And I think this coming up Monday, Gable's gonna go into the gauntlet and win it. And then when he wins the gauntlet, he's gonna go backstage and see the Babes on his way to his locker room, and freaking like give them a whole pump up lecture, inspire them and despite everything that's happened. And then Otis is gonna actually accept Gable's apology, and they're actually gonna make up. And I think that the Babes are gonna actually like take them as a group, as a tag team serious. And I genuinely believe they're gonna make the SummerSlam card. and they're gonna fight, and it's gonna be Alpha Academy, Street Profits, and the Vision in a triple threat tag team match for those titles.
Okay. All right. Okay, and then how do you feel about, real quick, how do you feel about Maxine being with the Vision? Do you think that helps the Vision?
Oh yes, it's peak. I needed that. I sent that prediction to y'all. Maybe not the exact same way, but her joining with the Vision and being on Austin Theory and kissing him. I know I said that part in it. I just didn't think it was going to be from her helping them win the tag team titles off of Street Profits. I thought they were going to make it a little bit more deeper and have like the Alpha Academy earn a tag team title opportunity, and then in the Vision, whatever. Point is, still her kissing Austin Theory and turning and leaving the Babes, all stuff like that. I called that like almost a month ago, so I'm excited about it.
Nice. Okay, and Adrian, how do we feel about this recent development with Maxine Dupree?
I'm really happy. I think it could go somewhere good. Especially like I think like we're gonna see something with at SummerSlam like an official like turn on the Babes by Maxine.
So here's a question for you: the obvious fill-in here to offset Maxine being with the Vision, a WWE female superstar, would be Ivy Nile. But part of me thinks that that's not happening. Who does Chad recruit if we go this direction? It's booking couch. We could be wrong, but if Chad goes this direction, makes up with Otis and Tozawa, and they need a girl other than Ivy Nile, do they go after like Zarya? Like, what do you do here?
That'd be good.
I don't know. I don't know if I see Gable not necessarily like leading them again. I see Gable kind of just being like they're like their coach, their mentor, like kind of just being like, come on, like encouraging them, and if the numbers game get ahead of them, help them out in the situation. But I guess if, like you said, they're gonna need a girl to deal with Maxine if she tries to get involved. I think the best option would be God, I don't know.
They can bring Shayna Baszler back.
I think Zarya's the best option.
Zarya would be cool.
Where's the Zarya? Like, is there even a connection, or are we just like trying to put her on the main roster? Like,
no,
I'm just
trying to. You know, Natalia. I'm just trying to think of who's there. Who showed up? Natalia, Lola. I just don't want it to be Ivy Nile again. You know what I mean?
I just don't want it to be Ivy Nile either. But at the same exact time, whoever it is, you got to remember that Maxine is heel, and so whoever does it needs to be on the same level of face as Chad Gable is right now, and as the Babes are going to be. So it can't be Natty, because Natty's as heel gets right now.
All right, Jimmy's going to weigh in. It's his turn anyway.
Okay, we're going with the whole luchador connection. How about Stephanie Vacher?
That's like heavy. That's heavy. Like she's like worth 4 Maxines as far as star power goes, but not in beauty. Maxine's way hotter. But okay, I mean that would okay. Interesting.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know. I don't know.
I mean, what if no, that wouldn't work either.
Zelina would be perfect if she was still here.
Who? Let's be honest.
Zelina would have been perfect.
Oh, Zelina Vega would have been a really good option. But anyways.
Or Kyrie. Oh, Kyrie would have been good.
But here's the thing. Not every single time that something happens like this doesn't need to be a whole like faction on faction per se. Like Gable doesn't even have to like align himself with the Babes again. He just like I said, he's just gonna be there like to help them out and like lift them up when they need to be lifted up and help them deal with the numbers game. But when they need that girl to come help them, I feel like the best option for Maxine Dupree to get into a feud with almost right away when she gets into the Vision. And if they really want to push her, I think that's a good option. Is Becky Lynch.
See, I thought you were about to say Bayley, and I would have agreed that Bayley would have been a good fit. But now you say Becky, and I think, okay, Becky's a little top-sided, but I also think Becky's about to go face. I really think Becky's about to go face.
I think so, too, and I also think that you got to remember the history that Becky has with the Vision. And then remember the history that she has with Maxine.
Yeah.
You want to talk about connection? You want to talk about
that would be
Yeah, you're probably right. That'd be good.
That would give Becky the over because it'd be like certain superstars who you align with, and no matter what, you're over because you've aligned with them, like Charlotte and Alexa. If Becky were to align with the Babes, it'd be crazy, but nobody's gonna root against Becky because she's helping Otis and Cesaro.
And I don't want to hear the crap of the Babes or not, like you were kind of about, like you were saying, a little bit top-sided. Hey man, Seth Rollins is randomly working with Street Profits for a minute there, and Joe Hendry.
And that's what's cool, because if they absolutely have to have help, if Becky's connected, then it makes sense to send Seth in a big moment, you know?
Exactly, bro.
So,
like that.
Okay, I like it. We've done a good job here. Okay, let's go on to an official segment. We got about 15 minutes left of our podcast time, and I know we always go over, but I try to keep us on track. Let's go to Brags of the Week.
Bet.
We're going to pick anything we want from Night of Champions to now, and we're going to brag on it. Now, this is not nod. Save your nod. But this is brag. What you love the most about WWE programming right now.
Okay.
Whoever wants to go first can do this.
I want to go first.
All right, Adrian, take it away. Brag of the week starts now.
My brag of the week is Yippee Skippy, LA Knight, and his amazing promo on Monday Night Raw. The best promo that we've seen this entire summer, probably this entire year. I've never seen a better promo. That was amazing. It was even good like before he came out with Seth Rollins. It was so good.
Yeah.
One thing real quick. CM Punk sucks. Anyways, next.
I'm gonna so to follow the guidelines like you want us to brag. You want us to brag about something that's happening in the company right now that we like, and I'll save LA Knight for something even better. But for my brag, what's happening in the company right now, my brag, I think I'm gonna have to go with the fact that I think for me, I like that they're starting to hint that LA Knight might actually be doing something towards the bottom half of this year. I think that's what I'm gonna have to say. I think I like how they're letting him be. I also like that they're taking the chance. I don't know if they let him or what, but I love how raw and authentic he was when he was out there, and also still being funny. So I like the direction that everything's going in when it comes to LA Knight. I think that's my brag in the industry right now, because I don't know. That's all. That's the only thing I can think of bragging, because everything else is kind of just like nostalgia acts. Or kind of just get
a good one, but I want Jimmy to go ahead and go. So 2 for LA Knight, deserved. The LA Knight's cutting some Becky Lynch style face promos. Like, I didn't think you could do a face promo as good as Becky does heel promos, but LA Knight is killing it on the mic right now.
Absolutely
killing it. And he's awesome. All right, Jimmy, give me your brag.
I'm gonna go with Oba Femi. He just killing everything they set in front of him, and he beat Jey Uso, and he just destroyed Heyman on the mic.
Absolutely,
too. And
he did.
And I was gonna go with somebody else, but I think that's gonna be my performer of the week. So I'm gonna give that to Oba.
Now, you said something, and this is why I was a little torn on who to give mine to. Oba Femi did. And you got to think, he's still in his first 6 months. Like 6, 7 months. He's still brand new to the main roster. And he did something that not many people can say they can do. He did cook Paul Heyman in a promo. Now, whether it was scripted that way or not doesn't matter. Let's look at history. 3 people total have been able to go contend with Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Oba Femi shut Paul Heyman down. As a matter of fact, Paul Heyman was actually cowering in the corner like, what the hell? I mean, okay, good brag there. You're right. No, not only is Oba efficient in the ring, he's efficient with his words, and that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Now, look, and I'll say this too. I know I'm a predominantly white man on this podcast, but we've had some great black superstars come through the WWE of his size. Now, of his size. I'm talking about the cruiserweights and the Javon Evans. I'm talking about like powerhouse, marquee superstars who have been great in the ring, like Bobby Lashley, okay, Shelton Benjamin. You got the guys that have the build for the World Heavyweight Championship. But when they get to talking, they really don't do necessarily a good job. I'm just shining the light on how rare we have it right now in the WWE with mic and ring talent when it comes to black superstars, because we've got Carmelo Hayes, we've got Trick Williams, and we've got Oba Femi that check all the boxes for stardom. Yeah. And we've had the size, we've had the even the push, and they just haven't gotten over. But you now have, and I'm saying this because I like it. I like the representation. I buy into some of those arguments online. Right now, we have a black superstar who is getting the aura pop that Goldberg got. He has the mic skills of The Rock, except not funny. He's intense. And he's got the efficiency of the guys like Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley in Oba. And so I'm bragging about that. Like we have that right now, and it's great to see. Yes, but my brag is a little bit different. It's not on an individual. What I like in the WWE right now is the fact that we are getting some of the coolest, unlikely team-ups, and it's working. Notably, Ethan Page and Sheamus. I'm not Sheamus, Rusev.
Rusev, yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's cool. Damian Priest and R-Truth are must-watch TV. They were unlikely tag team champions. They're talking about getting the Judgment Day back together. Finn Balor's getting ambushed by Tama and Tala, and he's going to need help. He's trying to bring him back in. You got Kit and The Miz, which is brilliant TV. You've got Chad and Dragon and Rey Mysterio and all this stuff, which is over. And now he's maybe going to help the babes. You got Maxine in the Vision. I mean, you've got Tiffany and Chelsea Green. Where is this coming from? And it's awesome, guys.
Yeah,
it is good. I'm bragging on the creative storytelling with teams right now in the WWE. I love all of it.
And
I honestly think you can thank Charlotte and Alexa for being the pioneers of that, because that went so over. Now they're doing it with other people. And even the heels, Ethan and Rusev. I didn't like Rusev. I didn't like Ethan. But watching them together and how they're navigating their relationship believably, I'm like, this is cool. I'm laughing at my TV.
Yeah. No, so I think that's a phenomenal analysis take right there. That's something WWE definitely deserves a lot of praise for right now. They're doing really good at. That was something I meant to really say in my brag that I got stuttered step of my words on, and I apologize for that to the fans. Was one thing I can say about WWE that I am liking a lot, that I've been noticing a lot of more often, is they're, as far as like mid card and lower card, and even some of the lower main event scene people, they're taking a lot of risk. Like they're taking like the random, like Jordan just said, the random, like, let's put this person and this person together and let's just make it work. Let's just give them a proper story and proper like booking, and let's see how well this actually works. And they're taking the gambles, and it's working, and it's doing very well. And I can say I like that. I just wish they would put it up all the way to the higher main event level.
Yeah. So that's my brag. Now, and then we're going to move on to the next segment. We've talked about a lot. We actually griped quite a bit for the first 30 minutes of this episode. So normally we would do a rant of the week. And what I want to do just real quick in like one sentence, I want to get the worst thing about WWE programming right now, just like super quick. And I mean, I know we've already done it. We can probably already just recap it, but I want to get the segment out of the way. So my rant, of course, was the fact that Sami Zayn won the world championship. That's my rant. But we'll move on from me. That's as quick as I want everybody else's to go, because we got some other things to talk about. Jimmy, your rant, which will probably be CM Punk, but I know.
Gunther's booking.
Okay, fair. Adrian, your rant.
CM Punk. You suck.
Gotta give another chance. All right, and Dom, you.
CM Punk.
Okay. Yeah, and we've already pretty much said all this. It's just officially saying this is where we're at. Okay, so we've got about 10 more minutes left in this episode of the Hard Cam. And what I want to do now is always move to our nods. And what the nods is we're, again, for people that are watching and listening, we take one superstar and we give them points based on things that we saw that meant a lot to us, so that it increases their ranking on the Hardcam website. And for those of you that don't know about the Hardcam website, it's listed on our Facebook page. It's listed in the links to all of our descriptions and things. But every week we give nod points, which are a substantial amount of points to a certain superstar, and we each get one. And those help their rankings on our official website. So we're going to open that up right now, and we can discuss our nods a little bit in detail, and then we will close out the show. Next time we're on, we're going to be talking more about SummerSlam. We're going to be talking about potentially anything that took place or is going to take place at Saturday night's main event. So a lot of things coming up, but this has been one of those episodes where there's a lot that we just needed to get off our chest. So for those of you that have been listening and are going to be listening, just know that we still love the WWE. We just hate it right now. So here we go with our last and final segment of the night. We're going to give nods. I've got a really cool one, but you know me, I like to wait till the end. So whoever wants to go first with their nod points, I've got that pulled up and I'm ready to go. Not everybody at once.
I started to give mine to Sami because he got screwed so bad. I just felt sorry for him, but I just can't pull the trigger on that.
I'm glad.
I'm gonna give some style points to Kenny Omega, but I can't give it to him. So I'm gonna give it to Maxine Dupree.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna go the LA Knight route.
No, I gave it to him last time. I'm giving it to Maxine. She caused the title change. She is the hottest storyline that I think is a good storyline, and her that new look with the wet hair and everything, she killed it. She all the way around, 100%. Except for the fact that she hurt the boys' feelings, but they're gonna have to get over it.
Okay, I mean that's fair. I as much as I like what Maxine's doing, I am conflicted because I love the babes. I love Otis. I'm a huge Otis fan. Not so much Tozawa, but I love Otis. Although Tozawa was real funny when he went out there and thought he was going to face off with Oba, and he did that little power walk, only to turn around and be like, "Otis, help me!" That was a funny part. Okay, so our first nod of the night goes to Maxine. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I'm gonna give my nod to Sami Zayn because
I'm muting you.
Good job, Adrian. Good job, Adrian.
No, because listen, actually, he's
because you're a ride or die fan.
Yeah, I am one of them. I am one of the ride or dies just because I hate CM Punk so much. Anyways,
I can't believe I'm doing this. I just did it.
Listen. I have a real good point. His 9-day reign was already better than most world champions, like Roman Reigns, because he defended it on a normal show. Roman Reigns could literally never.
Okay, I'll give you that point. But I'm kind of in the middle though, because I do like the atmosphere surrounding the champions being the ultimate reach. Like Hulk Hogan back in the day when it was WWF, before there was the big, Monday Night Wars. You would have to work as a mid-carder on the regular weekly shows, establish yourself for a chance at winning the pay-per-view, winning the opportunity to possibly win it at the pay-per-view. And I liked when the champions were like elevated to that status. But at the same point, if your champion's going to be on TV giving the same promo every single week, just coming out there on the mic and saying the same things week over week, that's a waste of TV time. Put somebody in the ring. So I'm with you. I'm with you like 75% of the way on that. So I'm okay, cool. 25 points to Sami Zayn because he defended his championship on a regular Raw. Cool. I'll give it to you.
And Sam.
All right, Dom.
I'm because no one else did it. I was hoping someone else either was going to do it or not do it, so I didn't have to copy anyone. But I'm going the LA Knight route. I don't care how basic it is.
Nope, it's not basic.
LA Knight deserves all the nods, every one of them. What he was saying, like, I'm not gonna lie, Seth versus Roman has me really excited. You know, we're finally gonna put a stamp on that feud and most likely end it for good. That's what I'm hoping happens. But I will say, when LA Knight was out there and he said what he said to Seth, I was literally looking at Adrian and Dad. I was like, "Are y'all hearing what he's saying, bro?"
Yeah.
He sounded the way he was talking and the way he was delivering everything. He sounded like they had just called one of the fans from the crowd to just come in the ring and talk about how they feel about WWE. That's really what he sounded like.
He's been good. And here's another unlikely team up. Knight and Solo has potential.
Knight and Solo has a lot of potential.
So I know we didn't cover this at all, but for the viewers, what's been happening is Solo is the only one of the original bloodline that is not joining them. He is staunch in his stance about not joining them. So he's been showing up randomly, helping LA Knight out. And, you know, you saw the last Monday night when he did it again. LA Knight's kind of leaning into it like, okay, maybe there's some, like you can see that starting to change. And again, who on their bingo card had LA Knight and Solo Sikoa being aligned? Nobody.
No one.
So again, that's another thing that the WWE is just throwing out there. And I'm like, okay.
Don't worry, Jordan. There's going to be a third person because it's going to be a 6-man tag match at SummerSlam. It's going to be Jacob Fatu and the Usos versus LA Knight, Solo, and Royce Keys.
Oh.
That's what's happening.
The whole podcast was ready for that statement. That made the podcast right there. That was it. That's awesome.
That's what's going to happen at SummerSlam. I'm telling you, that's exactly what's going to happen at SummerSlam.
Royce is going to have. Here's what's going to happen though. Royce is going to have to go up against Tama and Tala first because Tama and Tala said they're closing the door on their past, and Royce and Tama have been going a little back and forth. So
yeah, but
I think Tama and Tala are going to attack Royce next week.
I don't know because here's the deal. Finn Balor's not just going to let them attack him and then move on about his merry way. Here's the thing. Tama, they want this SummerSlam to be really big. I'm going to say as fast as I can. They want the SummerSlam to have as many personal, deep, big, dream, money-making matches as they can. And so for Tama to go to the elders and deal with his past and the first person he attacks is Finn Balor, I'm going to let you know that is deep into his past. That's the Indies past. That's New Japan Pro Wrestling past.
I did some research on that.
And
okay, but now, honestly, just to make this point before I give my nod, the only person that Finn's going to be able to rely on at this point is potentially R-Truth.
Yep, I know.
That's it. That's all he's got. So we could be getting a Judgment Day 2.0. Like, okay, cool. I'm actually okay with it.
I am too. Adrian, I know Adrian's okay with it too because we have the one on Raw exploding so that the one on SmackDown can become the one.
And Rhea's right there. Yeah. Okay. My nod. I'm giving my nod to some y'all gonna think it's crazy. I'm giving my nod to Ludwig Kaiser.
That's a good one. That's a
Let
really
me explain. He not okay. I know he hasn't been on regular programming since the Chad Gable feud, but what they did show on Monday Night Raw was him going to the Mexico soccer game in his WWE Lucha outfit. And this man has honestly won over the entire nation of Mexico. So we got an Austrian coming over and, speaking English, but then learning Spanish, becoming a luchador, and becoming a national household name as an Austrian working in America luchador. And listen, let's talk about it. When he fell from grace, supposedly from Imperium, he broke it off with Tiffany. He took on this joke of a gimmick. He was the joke on everyone's tongue. And he has taken what he has had and become a national treasure in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how big it was until they showed him at I don't know what they call the soccer final game.
Cup.
I know what it's called now.
Yeah.
He's at is the World Cup soccer or is that hockey?
Yes. No, that's soccer.
That's what I thought, but I didn't want to sound stupid. He goes to the World Cup. It was the World Cup, right? Mexico?
Yeah, World Cup.
He goes to the World Cup Mexico game. He's in his WWE luchador outfit. And the crowd is cheering for him sitting on like the front row of the second section.
Yeah, I know.
They love him in Mexico.
I know, dude. Listen, man. But Jordan, I know for a fact that you remember this because you literally went out of your way to make it a post on your Facebook. I talked about how amazing the El Grande gimmick really is. Like, as far back as like last year, I think, or like beginning of this year, it was pretty far back. I have been saying that this El Grande gimmick might just be one of the greatest gimmicks ever.
Well, like, it has to be. It has to be now. And maybe not so much felt in America as it is Mexico, but nobody in America can deny that Ludwig has done it. He has done it. He is Mexico royalty right now.
But that's the thing, though. The El Grande gimmick may not be hitting as hard as it is in Mexico for the Americans, but what it is doing for the Americans is it's giving the El Grandes like respect. Like, so when the time comes that the rest of these El Grandes do finally unmask themselves, not saying that's going to happen anytime soon for those guys that still have it on, but when that does finally happen, those guys, if you guys think Chad Gable is respected and loved and over because of what he did, those guys, dude, they're going to be as over as Rover in America, man.
Yeah, so, and here's what I have to agree. I think from this day forward, Ludwig Kaiser will forever be El Grande Americano.
Probably.
Like, and he's not even American. You know what I mean? Probably. But I think that's him for the rest of his WWE career. He's done it. He's made it.
Maybe.
So that's my nod. I'm going to save all this and pull up the rankings real quick. Let's look at our nod people. Sami Zayn, because of his, oh my God. Let me get this out. Sami Zayn, because of his nod, is now officially in the top 10. Sami Zayn is ranked number 7 on the Hard Count.
That's lower than I thought.
That's crazy. But he hadn't received any championship points, so he's sitting above people like Paige, Brie, Penta, you know. So without championship points, he's still sitting up there pretty high. He's only 10 points behind Jey Uso.
Yeah.
And Jey Uso's got a lot of nod points from you. LA Knight has moved up 6 rankings because of his nod points. He's 13. And again, he's a championless ranker here. He's above Tiffany Stratton and other people. Who else did we give nod points to? We gave nod points to Maxine. Now, Maxine's probably pretty far down there. Matter of fact, Ludwig Kaiser has moved up 19 ranks. He's now in the top 50. And Maxine Dupree moved up 16 ranks. She's ranked 54. But she's higher than like Julia and some other girls on there. My last thing I want to say before we close the podcast tonight is I do have one honorable mention brag, and that is the fact that thanks Ignis for joining the podcast, man. I was on another screen, didn't even see it. Welcome to the show. My last thing I want to say before we close the episode out is this. I'm bragging on WWE for not making us look at Nia Jax for 4 straight weeks. There has been no Nia Jax in WWE programming for 4 weeks, and I thank the WWE for that.
Hey,
that's my final comment for the night.
Yo, dang, we haven't even noticed it either, bro. That's insane.
Bro, ain't been no floppity flop flops in a whole month.
There definitely ain't been no flopping or no jiggling. I'm getting canceled now.
You know what? We do have like 2 minutes left. Just because some people have just now joined us online. I always feel bad when we get some viewers online and then we close things out. I don't know where y'all were at for the first hour. Miss y'all. But let's talk about one final thing. There is something that they're trying to push on SmackDown, and I like it, but I don't really know how to get it from point A to point B. How do we feel about Fatal Influence?
I don't like it at all.
I hate it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate it. I absolutely despise it.
I think JC Jane is an incredible actor, but I don't like her.
I think that they are trying. They're doing that thing that they do so annoyingly sometimes, where they just have way too much faith in something, and they're just trying to shove it down your throat, and it's just not working for me at all. I think if she would have debuted and like went after the U.S. title, or like debuted and went into the tag team titles and like stayed in that kind of level, big card tag team, that would have been great. I would have been more for it. But this girl thought she could just show up and just immediately take over this main event scene that she has no business being involved in whatsoever. And I just and she's not. It's not. I'm not trying to. I don't want to sound like dad because I can't stand when he says it. But I just feel like it's like one of the most unbelievable trash things they do.
Okay. My other thing too is we are going to talk about this on the next episode. I'm going to give it one more week to cook. But hold me accountable to this on the next episode. I want to discuss Blake Monroe.
I'm down. I
like Jacy Jayne.
I just don't know what there is to discuss about her. Tell you the truth.
What do you think about Jacy Jayne, Jimmy? You didn't answer.
I like her. I think I don't know about her entourage so much, but I like her a lot.
See, I think out of the three, Fallon Henley.
Jordan, I don't even know the other two names. Okay,
Fallon Henry and Laney Reed.
I love that you guys know that. That's
Fallon,
wild that you guys know that.
You need to look up Fallon Henley. That girl.
Well, I mean, of course she's pretty. They have to have someone pretty because Jacy Jayne ugly as shit.
Jacy Jayne. Okay, I gotta quit. We gotta get off before I start saying anything I shouldn't say. Anyway, we're done for the night. Next week we're going to be talking more about SummerSlam, talking about more about Saturday night's main event. We're going to talk about some of the. We're actually going to do this. We're going to talk about some of the newcomers. We're going to talk about Ricky Saints, Blake Monroe, some other people. We're going to evaluate their performance so far and talk about their trajectory. So we'll have a big booking couch segment, and then we'll see what else happens on SmackDown and Monday Night Raw between now and next week. But thank you guys for joining us. I'm sorry you guys showed up near the end, man. I wish y'all had been here a little sooner. I was waiting on y'all to get here. But the episode will be live on YouTube tomorrow morning. You can also listen to it on Podbean. And a special mention. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I don't know where this is coming from, but we have started on our Podbean account. We have over 1,000 people a week listening to our podcast in Hong Kong.
What?
I looked at the metrics last week and I was like, holy crap, what is going on? In Hong Kong, Japan, we're getting over 1,000 listens a week on Podbean. So thank you to the Hong Kong audience. We're going to give you the shout out right now. We appreciate y'all.
I'm sorry. Heck yeah, Hong Kong, bro.
I know it's so random, but hey, I'll take what we can get.
We appreciate y'all so much, man. I'm just laughing because I never expected it, man. But we appreciate y'all. Give us all the love. Put it on y'all social media and get us out to even other more random countries to do it for us. This is wild. I'm sorry.
I know.
Adrian, right. You're gonna have to break out your Naruto characters next week, bro.
Naruto, you gotta say it right if we're gonna mention the Hong Kong audience. It's Naruto.
Turn it off.
It's like pirate ramen. Naruto.
Canceled.
We're done. You guys. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all, as always, for watching the Hard Cam Podcast.